This is the Iowa Weather Report for Thursday, October the 11th, 2012. Now time for our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we pretty much have a zonal flow across most of the country. The closed low still off the Southern California coast moving inland. But around here, we'll just have some mainly sunny skies, a few clouds later in the afternoon with a cold front passing to our north. And then across the state dry, temperatures in the 60s today. When we move over to Friday, we'll have high pressure just to our east, and we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s to most likely some middle 60s. Rain showers to our south and west with the developing storm, and on Saturday it ejects out into the plain states. This run is not as strong as the last couple of days' runs. And if this is right, the storm may be a bit weaker. There still could be a lot of showers and thunderstorms, but severe weather may be a little bit lesser. So we're going to have to fine-tune this over the next day or two. By Sunday, the storm moves off to the east, but in this run you can see that the eastern counties could still see some lingering showers Sunday morning across that part of the state with clearing late. But Monday, it's completely gone out of the state. Temperatures behind this storm don't really cool off. Temperatures in the 60s still, as no cold air is entrained with this storm from the north. Monday still remains fairly decent, highs in the 60s to maybe a few low 70s. Storm system in Alberta and Saskatchewan moving across the prairie provinces may bring a cold front down this way, and this would bring some colder air, so we could see some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder on Wednesday. This storm has more cold air, and the winds will shift to the northwest and become strong, and a week from today you can still see a pretty big vortex over just north of Thunder Bay, Ontario, and a pretty energetic storm at that, and we'll see a fairly big vortex up in Ontario. Cold air slipping down into the state, so we could see highs Friday or Thursday-Friday in the 40s. A couple days later on the 22nd, zonal flow from the west-northwest keeps a lot of the cold air bottled up in Canada, keeps us temperate at best. But we have some fast-flowing storms along the northern tier of the country. One just to our north and west could bring some rain and maybe a bit of snow up in the Dakotas and into Montana and up into Canada. Temperatures looking like 50s and 60s. But at the end of the forecast on the 26th, the pattern gets a little more amplitude to it. A ridge building up in the west, trough through the north and east. We have a northwesterly flow coming from Canada, and that will spell some cold air coming down. High pressure to our north and west. So we could see temperatures back into the 40s if this is right, but as we've said before, the runs have been a bit helter-skelter out this far, so we'll have to wait a while. But last night's satellite image showed some thick cloudiness to our north with a fairly weak system that'll move across the Great Lakes today, just bring a cold front and a few clouds through our part of the country. Elsewhere, it was fairly quiet. The watch warning map from last evening showed some frost and freeze advisories over the upper Tennessee Valley and the Ohio Valley up into eastern Michigan, and elsewhere it was fairly quiet with no real active weather at this time. But that'll change, however. Here's the QPF chart for precipitation through Monday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts around here maybe 3/4 to 1 1/4 inches with the storm system on Saturday into Sunday, with heaviest rains to our north.